those book reviews that I know I'm just not going to be able to do the book justice. So if this intrigues you whatsoever, please go to your local library or purchase the book if you can, get the audiobook or the ebook, whatever the case may be. I suggest the physical or the ebook because I do feel like you're going to want to take notes. And that book is How the Word is Passed by Clint Smith. In this book, the author is taking us through the history of slavery in the United States specifically. And when I tell you this was absolutely phenomenal, it was. He takes us through different plantations like Monticello, Whitney Plantation, cities and towns across the United States, and it all relates back to slavery in the United States. And if you're like me, I talk about this a lot, but like my education in American history growing up was just like very whitewashed. Like, yeah, slavery happened, but never went into depth. Oh yeah, colonization happened, but never went into depth. It was always for the betterment of other people. And like, I even remember like, I remember history teachers talking about how like, there were some really good slave owners because like they gave them a good home to live in, right? And this book does cover a lot of those things. So like reading this was also very validating because it was just like, yeah, I was taught a lot of this BS that, I'm reading in this book. And there are so many different stories about this. And I honestly could make like a 30-minute YouTube video talking about over that. I mean, like I quite literally could. The thing that really stuck out to me in that is like, because it's so frustrating, people like just not treating other people like humans. Like how can you walk through the streets and you see the atrocities that this administration is doing, how our country is treating people and what ICE is doing, and then there are still people who just like live in their white privileged bubble and don't give a shit about what's happening to anybody. And this conversation that this man had was so profound. People are so deeply rooted in their identity that if you ask them to actually look at what that means, then that would strip them of their identity. So it's much easier for white people to stand firm in their hatred and stand firm in their racism and their bigotry and their homophobia and their transphobia, because if they had to really look, then who would they be? And I just thought the author just really showcased that in this book. And there are so many other things, and I thought it was phenomenal. I had one nonfiction book to you. Let This Be the One. Let This Be the One. It was incredible, and I recommend it wholeheartedly.